I don't really understand the whole push for return to office. I know that's been in the news lately about employers forcing employees to come back to the office after they were hired for either fully remote positions or they were sent remote during the pandemic. And now we've got this huge push to send everybody back into the office so they can sit in their cubicle and have a Zoom video with somebody 2 doors down. Why? I was at the grocery store the other day and I was watching the cashier scan the groceries like a pro. Fast, efficient, in the zone. And like every cashier in America, she was standing. But it's not because she had to. In plenty of countries, cashiers are allowed to sit while they scan the groceries. And guess what? The groceries get scanned. There is really no difference in productivity. But why do American cashiers have to stand? In the US, it's assumed if you're not visibly suffering at your job, you're not working hard enough. And I suspect the same reason why we like to see cashiers standing is the same reason why companies want their employees to come back to the office. Before I go any further, let me introduce myself. My name is Jen. You have found my channel. This is the Ms. Gen Exodus channel, where I talk about all things Generation X, or really whatever I feel like talking about. Welcome. Gen X knows this game. We know how to make ourselves look busy when the boss is coming. Whether it was folding clothes in the mall back in the 80s and 90s, or if you were pretending to do your homework for the substitute teacher that was there that day, we understood that they wanted us to look busy even if we weren't busy. Fast forward to today, same performance, different props. Instead of folding sweaters, now we're toggling between spreadsheets and emails, and all the while trying to keep our camera off during Zoom calls. And now the company wants us back in the office after having hired us specifically for remote positions or sending us remote permanently during the pandemic. But they're calling us all back now. Why? What is the point of this? And I have my ideas as to why they're doing this. Because in corporate America, if they can't see you working, then you don't really count as having been at work, I think. It kind of reminds me of a Seinfeld episode where George Costanza's car breaks down while it's parked in his work parking spot. So he just starts taking the bus or the subway to work every day. But the boss was complimenting him for getting to work early and staying late because the boss noticed George's car was in the parking lot all the time. George did not disabuse his boss of this either in the show. But this is essentially what I'm talking about today in this video, is that if the boss sees you, therefore the boss thinks you're being productive, regardless of what your actual metrics are. It doesn't matter what you're actually accomplishing while you're at work. What matters is that they see you do it. And just like that cashier that has to stand at work, they want you suffering visibly in front of them in order to feel like they're getting their money's worth out of your productivity. Here's where it gets even dumber. What if the job that you're being told to return to the office to do doesn't even need to exist in the first place? Enter the book that has ruined a lot of people's LinkedIn aspirations, Bullshit Jobs by David Graeber. His premise, somewhere between 30 to 50% of all corporate positions are pointless. Not bad, not boring, just useless. Entire departments exist so that the illusion of productivity stays alive, like emailing about meetings to plan other meetings that could have been emails, for instance, or being the liaison between two teams that already hate each other on Slack. If you've ever had a job where your primary skill is to make a spreadsheet look visibly pleasing, you might have a bullshit job. In Generation X, we are experts at this game. We spent 20 plus years surviving layoffs, reorgs, and those weird team building offsites where you learn to trust fall with someone from finance. We've watched entire industries shift from let's build something to let's maintain the illusion that we're trying to build something. And a lot of us have quietly wondered, if I stop showing up, would anybody really notice? So if the job is mostly theater, why the hell are they so desperate to put us back on stage? The return to office push isn't about productivity. It's about optics. Your boss doesn't want better work. They want to walk by your desk and make sure that you look just miserable enough to justify your salary. This isn't collaboration. It's surveillance dressed up as company culture. So now they want you to waste hours commuting so that you can log into Zoom from your desk next to someone else who is also on Zoom. It's a performance, a very expensive, soul-sucking performance. And we Gen Xers are the tired actors who quit auditioning for promotions in 2014. So let's cut to it. If your job vanished tomorrow, what would actually happen? Would there be chaos, a sudden collapse in workflow, or would your tasks be quietly assigned to someone else and your chair repurposed for the next poor soul? Because the truth is, a lot of us are just cashiers standing at empty lanes. Doing the work, sure, but standing for no reason other than to prove that we're willing to suffer for a paycheck. Maybe it's time we asked why that's still considered normal. My name is Jen. You have found my channel, the Miss Gen Exodus channel, where I talk about all things Generation X, or really whatever I feel like talking about. Thank you so much for watching today. I would appreciate it if you would hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.